So this is like take 3 on trying to get this on video. I am recording some of my spoken word, and the first one I'll be doing is called Ride or Die, and it's pretty self-explanatory. It's about the term ride or die and who really deserves to be called a ride or die and who doesn't, and who qualifies for one and who doesn't. Because we tend to give that title to friends and family, boyfriends and girlfriends, and whoever we feel suits the term, but we don't really sit down and take the time to analyze what ride or die is really supposed to mean. I mean, ride or die is supposed to be someone who will ride for you, who has endured with you through everything, who has been there beside you for everything, and who would be willing to die for you or already has. And when I know that when I look back on my life, the only person that really fits that description would be Christ Jesus. I mean, his time here on earth suffering for me was ultimately him enduring for me, was him riding for me, and he did die for me. So, I think that he deserves that title above anyone else. Man will fail you just for the simple fact that we are human, but God is much more able, much more powerful, much more faithful, and he honestly is the ultimate ride or die in my book anyways. So here goes nothing. I put my trust in friends and they couldn't help me at all. Like a baby can't walk, yeah, all I could do was crawl. And like the famous Humpty Dumpty, I had a great fall. That's when I put my trust in God and saw in him I stand tall. Man was unable to lift me up, I crumbled like a wall. The same second I hit the floor, I heard the Father's call, telling me to come back home, back to my nice warm bed. Cooked by the Father's feathers, peace be still was all he said. When your family and friends forsake you, right here is where I'll be. Wait upon the Lord, he said, not the corrupted voice of humanity. How could I sit here telling people I love that I believe that the one true God who created everything I see around me cannot lift me and isn't all worthy of this glory? If he made the ground I stand on now, then without a doubt he can surely save me, and it's as sure as the air I breathe. He's the definition of a ride or die. When I'm down low, he lifts me high. Rode for me, then rose into the sky. Overcame all odds just to give me life. Going once, going twice, sold to the man in white. The one sitting by the Father to the right. On my life, he placed an unbeatable bid, gave up his life so that I could live. But then again, it's not just about the things that he did, the things that he blessed me with while I was a kid. It's about the things he's still doing and renewing me with. The way he was still moving while I was proven unfit. Immaturely throwing a fit, just running my lip. He would listen and sit there when most would have dipped. I probably deserved the whip, some discipline to get a grip, so I could get a tip or two on how not to trip. When things aren't exactly going my way, the word says not to let my wrath see the end of day. So when the sun sets, I'm not wasting my breath complaining. I'd rather have it well spent, glorifying and praising. All day and overnight, day out and day in, with no distractions, just filled with passion, not for fashion or cash-ins, but for the Lord who stays in heaven, through whom my salvation was given, through whom I became motivated and driven to testify and witness to both men and women, to young and old, both elders and children, whether in church or incarcerated in prison. This word has to be heard. Everyone listen and receive this wisdom. The word will rectify the way that we're living. Blind eyes will see with the gift of new vision. My brothers and sisters, this is God's given mission. Jesus died for your sinful ways, but today he is risen.